give me the next 12 months. Ideally, like I said, from a fight fan's point of view, we want to see the British title fight with Fabio Wardley. Fingers crossed. Now, if that doesn't materialise, what is the path? What can we see you doing activity-wise? Are we talking at least 3 over the next 12 months? Maybe more? 4?
More. I'm 26, I'm young. So now is the time to have these fights and have as much as possible. The older you get, the less you fight. You look at the people at the top of the tree, they fight twice a year. Ever so rarely 3 times a year. Mm-hmm. So, I like to fight. If I could fight every 2 months, it'd be perfect. But, modern day boxing is not like that. So, I'll just stay as active as I possibly can. If the Wardley fight doesn't happen, there's many other fighters. There's many fighters with a bigger profile than he has. So there's a lot I can do. That fight doesn't need to happen. I turned pro not knowing who Fabio Wardley was, realistically. It's only when reporters give it to you and then they start mentioning certain names and then I start catching up and it looks like our trajectories are due to meet, then you start to find out who they are. So, when I turned pro, Wardley was never on the radar. He's only on the radar for now. If the fight happens and I chin him, then I go somewhere else. Nobody talks about him to me again. Or, like Gareth said, if it's a good fight, people might say, man, we need to see that at world level now. Or we want to see that fight where you two are fighting for a world title instead. But yeah, man. Listen, I'm blessed by having Frank Warren and my agents, and as you already know, man, Frank Warren's clearly doing a good job. Everyone talks about me.
There's parallels. When James DeGale and George Groves fought, it was roundabout now for them. And look what they both went on to do. They never fought at world level afterwards, but they both had amazing trajectories. Did very well out of the sport. Covered them all over the world. Presumably, you're under Queensberry. Joyce and Zhili Zhang fights, we believe, in early September. Tyson Fury's talking about a fight in early September. Presumably, you can be on that card. You could even be on a card in Saudi later in the year. So you could have 4 fights this year. There's a critical question that's coming here. Gents, question for David. This is going to get Mr. Anger rising. How does David think he's earned the right to be talking the way he is about Fabio Wardley? In reality, he's not done a lot in his career yet, and fighting on low-level cards against journeymen hasn't earned his stripes enough yet to think he can mix it with Fraser Clark or Wardley yet.
Tell him come in the gym and I'll spar him. I'll show him why I deserve to be where I am.
We're hearing that from you tonight. Do you know what? I've never had this so fervently or strongly from you. I'm sure you'll agree with me, Adam. The confidence that David talks with about how he feels when he's in the gym and his journey and the energy he's giving, the 150 rounds of Tyson Fury.
Yeah, because realistically...
You mean it? And
I mean it.
I
look in the mirror and it's me. When nobody's there and the lights are off, I'm in the bathroom and I'm looking in the mirror, I believe what I'm saying.
We've only seen one fight where you've been frustrated against Sokolovsky and... other than that, what we see of you is a guy that wants to destroy opponents, that's looking to hurt them. Yeah, exactly.
100% right. To be fair,
but you're talking about finesse tonight as well, which I'm
one second, just back on that text, right? In fairness and in reference to the person that has just texted in there.
No name, by the way.
No, there isn't a
Obviously.
name on there, which is a shame. I would have loved you to put the name on there, right?
I'm going to do that.
So Ed, our producer,
it's probably Fabio, mate. Fabio texting. It's probably Fabio that sent that message. The Muppet.
Is it Fabio, Ed?
Is it?
Our producer?
No.
He doesn't know.
But that
he's not answering the messages.
If the person that has texted in has been listening for the last half an hour, that is kind of what we've been saying. You have been on this learning trajectory as a professional. You've had 12 fights. You've been perfect through that 12. And as I said to you at the start of this, I want you now to be in a fight where it's like, right, okay, let's see what you're
back it up.
But more than you, Adam, Big D wants to be in it. He's ready.
I don't mind having to prove I can live how I talk. I don't mind. And I'll tell you something.
And we're not talking, with all due respect, we're not talking get in with Tyson, get in with AJ, get in with...
like I said to you, I'm a realist. I'm not ready for them boys yet.
And we're not saying that. But what we are saying is, British title level? Absolutely. You've done 12 now. It should be British.
That was Fabio, mate.
It should be British title level now.
It was probably Eddie Hearn that sent
Would
that
you
message.
beat Dillian Whyte right now?
I'll stop him.
Would you beat Derek Chisora right now?
I'll spar Derek Chisora. He's a very good opponent, but I'm young, so... But Derek's my guy, so we're not even going to talk about Derek. Shout out Derek.
Would you beat Anthony Joshua right now?
Joshua's got experience on the big stage. It's different. So nah.
Would you beat Alexander Usyk right now?
Usyk, no, I won't beat Usyk. I won't beat Joshua. I won't beat Usyk. I won't beat Wilder. I won't beat Fury. I'm keeping it real. Well, not right now.
No. I like
I'm 26.
It. I like
Give
it.
me a bit more time and a bit more experience.
Yeah.
Even the Derek Chisora's, mate. Derek Chisora beats a lot. People don't realize David Chisora beats a lot of these heavyweights. A lot of these heavyweights that haven't been in the ring with him that everyone's talking so greatly about. If they get in the ring with like the Chisoras of this world, Chisora beats a lot of them. You know, experience is a big factor.
You might be ready for someone like a Takam or one of those guys.
He's ready for Fabio Wardley.
I beat Takam.
That's what he's. Let's make the noise for that fight. That's the fight.
We'd like to see that fight. We really would like to see that fight.
That's the fight.
I'm ready for Fabio Wardley.
You know it's the fight. The fight fans know it's the fight. That is the British title fight. You and Fabio Wardley. It is the absolute perfect fight to make. I hope the British Boxing Board of Control make it. And listen, if it goes to purse bids, it goes to purse bids, whatever. But that's the fight to make.
Good fight. It's a good fight to make.
It's a great fight to make.
Like I said, I'll take it. I mean, Fabio says he'll take it. He's had some fights where he shouldn't have taken them and he did take them, so he might take it.
I think he'll take it. I genuinely think he'll take it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is Fabio really that guy? He's sending the messages and then when we calling him off air, he's not answering. Is he really that guy? We don't know. And like you guys say, a lot of fans, you know, we live in a world nowadays where, you know, I'm too confident. So some people are like, man, I want to see this guy get beat. And I understand that.
No, but those
100%.
haters love you.
Them haters love me realistically.
Yeah, of course they do.
And
you win them over every time you do it.
I'm a realist.
Yeah.
I say it time and time again. I don't want to keep saying it, but I mean, I'll go in there against the Wardleys and I will really go out there and put my heart on my sleeve and let's have it out. And the sort of person I am, you'll see. You guys everyone will see it. You know, I don't lie about nothing. Some people just don't like my confidence.
But the heavyweight division's always been about big, brutal fights and knockouts and 6'5" men like yourself, 240, 250, 260 pounds. And it is always, but that is why heavyweight boxing is different to the rest. So you may win 36 and lose 4. You know, you may win all 40. You may win 33 and lose 7. But hopefully,
hell no. Hell no.
But if you finish with 25 million in the bank, David, and your faculties intact, you will have done your job.
Simple.
And won a world title. You will have done your job and created legacy for all your loved ones and your little ones.
110%. I mean, you look at a lot of the heavyweights. I mean, the heavyweights that I looked up to, the Arleys, the Foremans, Ernie Shavers,
Lennox,
Cleveland Williams, Lennox Lewis,
as well.
Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, Jack Johnson. Nobody really retires undefeated, right? I mean,
no.
Because you're supposed to have proper fights, aren't you?
You're meant to have proper fights. And if you're a man of war, like we said, you go to war, and there's not every time you step out and you go to war, you might win. It's not. You know, but at the end of the day, it builds your character.
It's been a pleasure, man. And it's a pleasure watching the journey at the moment. Fingers crossed the next one is the British title fight. We would love to see that.
I mean, it's always a pleasure, never a chore.
The public, you know,
Fabio Wardley, I'm going to punch you in your jaw.
Mate,
what we've had from you tonight,
you've got rhymes actually, haven't you? I've seen you do the interviews where you've thrown a few bars out.
Yeah, but I'm a bit artistic.
Yeah,
unlike Fabio.
Of all, you know, we have a lot of guests in the studio, and people will be intrigued by you after tonight in many, many deep ways, in my view.
No, thank you, and to everyone tuning in as well, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I think it's about time the heavyweight scene had a personality and someone that can kind of hold it up. I'm the next generation. Boxing never made me. I am who I am without boxing, with boxing. I'm just unapologetically me, so, you know, you've got to take it or leave it. I'm not going to change.
You won't. Good.
Whether they like it or not, I'm sorry, you're going to have to put up with me. I mean, I'm 26, so I'm going to be on the camera a lot more. And as you can see, I'm photogenic.
And on that note, we'll leave it there. David Adeleye, thank you so much for joining us, mate.